Hey everyone, I am going to be doing a live video today, and today I'm going to be making my mint chocolate oatmeal muffin recipes. So I love mint, especially. I do love chocolate, but I definitely am more of like just a little bit of chocolate. I don't like too much. So today I'm going to be making this healthy recipe. It only takes 5 minutes or so to make and then 15 minutes to bake in the oven. You only need 6 ingredients, which is also something that I love. I don't like complicated recipes. I like things that are simple and quick and things that I always have on hand. So for this recipe, you're going to be needing some oats. You're going to need some cacao powder, some mint leaves, 2 ripe bananas. If you don't have 2 of them, you can do it with 1. You'll just not use as much oats or chocolate. And then you're going to need some vanilla extract or vanilla powder. I use vanilla powder. This is something that I discovered a few months ago when it's been a long time. I don't know how long I've been using this. It's been a long time. But vanilla is so expensive. And so I found this through one of the plant-based, influencers I've followed on YouTube, and she recommended vanilla powder, and it's so much cheaper. It lasts so much longer as well. So I love vanilla powder, and then some cinnamon. So that's all you need for this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So normally I would turn on the oven and set it to 350 degrees first, but my computer is currently on the oven, so I'm going to wait to turn it on until after that. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 ripe bananas, just put them in a bowl, and you want them to be ripe. So, I usually have bananas that are darker than this that I use, but the riper it is, the more like kind of sugary, sweeter it's going to taste. And so you're just going to mash that thoroughly into your bowl. And then once you kind of mash it together like this, then you're going to add your other ingredients. So I'm going to first just add my vanilla. So for this, I use 1/4 teaspoon. That's a serving of the vanilla powder. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. But if you're curious and you want to try this vanilla powder, you can go to my website on my shop. I have some of my recommended products, and that is on there. Now I'm just going to add some chocolate. I'll use a spoon just to kind of, control it. Sometimes I've dumped in too much, but just a little bit. Do it to your taste. If you like a lot of chocolate, go ahead and put a lot of chocolate in. Cinnamon, again, I just kind of sprinkle it on. I don't measure it. I like a lot of cinnamon, so if I get too much in there, I'm okay with that. And then I usually stir around these couple ingredients first, and then I add my oats. So with the muffins, I like the oats not to be like too thick and rolled. This is the oats I like to use in my oatmeal in the morning. So what I did is I actually grounded up some of my oats, and so I'm going to use 1/3 cup of more of the floury. If you have like oats that aren't as thick, like the instant oats, then you could just use that. But I'm going to use about 1 cup of oats in all together. So I'm just going to stir that in here. And then once I thoroughly do that, then I'm just going to cut up some mint. If you don't have fresh mint leaves, you can use like the mint extract, but I just think the fresh mint's a little bit healthier. So it's pretty much mixed in now. Kind of show you that. Okay, and then I like to add a lot of mint. So I actually, compared to chocolate, I like to add a lot of mint. So I'm just going to take a bunch of mint leaves here, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and just kind of chop it up Mint just smells so good. I love it. Whenever I make these, my niece and nephew are always like, "What's in the oven? What are you cooking?" Because they always just smell it, and it just smells so good. Same with my mint cookies, which is essentially the same recipe, except for you make it into little cookie patties. All right, so I'm just chopping up this last bit. Okay, now I'm going to take my silicone muffin pan. So I don't use any oil when I cook or when I bake or in anything. So these silicone muffin pans are really great because nothing sticks. They just like honestly pop right out. So I'm going to take my mixture and I'm just going to kind of add them to the muffin pan here. It usually makes, depending on how big your bananas are, how many oats you use, I'd say it usually makes about like 9 muffins in total. Sometimes I get a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. This is actually, I don't think this is going to make 100 whole muffins. I'm just going to add this to some of my other muffins here. You got to scrape it all out, get every little drop. Okay. All right, so I made 6 muffins here. So I didn't fill it all the way up, but now you just put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes, and then it is ready to go. So I actually made a few yesterday. So I actually have an example of what it turns out to be. So it literally just pops out of the silicone muffin pan just like this, and then you can eat it. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. It's gonna be ready for 15 minutes. I'm gonna have it as a little dessert after I eat some lunch. Sometimes I'll have it after dinner as well. But that's seriously how quick and simple this recipe is. Just like a quick, guilt-free treat, if you call it that. So yeah, go ahead, let me know in the comments if you are going to give this a try. Just looking into the comments here. So I got these muffin pans. It comes in a pack of 2 on Amazon. I actually have a link in my shop to this as well as one of my favorite products. So if you go to crosstrainingwoman.com/CTW-shop, I'll leave a link in the comments after this. You can just go right there, get the cinnamon or get the vanilla powder as well as the muffin pans. So yeah, you can usually find this as well, this organic cacao powder, in any of your local grocery stores, but this is like a superfood. It's chocolate, but it's good for you. It's a natural source. It's good for your heart, especially for your just like delivering blood and oxygen to your muscles. So I prefer to use this type of chocolate over like chocolate chips when I want a chocolate fix. So yeah, and anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Again, comment below if you are going to try it, and if you do, let me know what you think of the recipe. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys on Thursday for the next live.